कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की, नामाचार्य शिल हरिदास ठाकुर की। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की। ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की, मथुरापुरी धाम की, पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की, श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की, गंगा मैया की, यमुना मैया की, भक्ति देवी की, श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की, श्री श्री राधा वृंदावन चंद्र की, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र मैया की, श्री श्री गौरनिताय की, ग्रंथराज श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की, श्रील कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. उमज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Welcome to our continuation on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Adi-lila chapter 3, the external reasons for Lord Chaitanya's appearance. Last time we discussed only maybe 3 shlokas up to 16th. Knowing my opulences, the whole world looks upon me with awe and veneration, but devotion made feeble by such reverence does not attract me. That means Vaidhi sadhan bhakti is not so much attractive to Krishna. It has to be Raganuga, because following in the footsteps of Ragatmika, the eternal associates of the Lord in Vrindavan, so then when we follow in their footsteps, then it is very attractive to Krishna. This is what Krishna thought after going back to Golok Vrindavan, after he performed his worldly or earthly pastimes over here. So 17th. Aishwarya Gyane Vidhi भजन करिया वैकुंठ के जाय चतुर्विध मुक्ति पाया. By performing such regulated devotional service in awe and veneration, that is Vaidhi Sadhan Bhakti, one may go to Vaikuntha and attain the 4 kinds of liberation: Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, Sarshti. Not Sayujya. That means merging in the Brahman. That is not acceptable to any Vaishnava. But other 4, one of the 4, one may accept based on Vaidhi Sadhan Bhakti. And one will go to Vaikuntha. One cannot go to Golok Vrindavan by Vaidhi Sadhan Bhakti. Sarshti Sarupya Ara Samipya Salokya Sayujjana Laya Bhakte Jate Brahma Aikya. What we discussed already, that has come now. These liberations are sarshti, that is achieving opulences equal to those of the Lord. Sarupya, Sarupa, it's quite similar to Lord's form. Having a form the same as the Lord's Samipya, Samip, living as a personal associate of the Lord, very close to the Lord, and Salokya, living on a Vaikuntha planet. So Samipya people means those devotees, liberated devotees, they will have very close association of the Lord even on Vaikuntha planet. Whereas Salokya, they are on the same planet, but they will not be very close. From distance, they will serve. Devotee never accepts Ayujya, however, since that is oneness with Brahman. That is not acceptable because the service cannot be rendered. Service is rendered when we are away from somebody. Means, inside, how will we render service like that? How will I render service to my what do you call gallbladder? Where is it? It's gone inside. It is all inside. So it has to be outside, separate. Relationship means two people. But like, I cannot have relationship with myself. How will I have relationship? What should I do for myself? So somebody else has to be there. So Sayujya is never acceptable. Yuga dharma pravartaimu नाम संकीर्तन चारि भाव भक्ति दिया नाचामुद्भुवन I shall personally inaugurate the religion of the age, Nam Sankirtan, the congregational chanting of the holy name. I shall make the world dance in ecstasy, realizing the four mellows of loving devotional service. Which are the four mellows? Directly Madhur. Kapil Prabhu. Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya. That Shantaras, I think last time it was discussed somewhere. That not so much because service is not so pronounced over there. आपनी करीमो भक्त भाव अंगीकारे आपनी आचरी भक्ति शिखाई मुसबारे I shall accept the role of a devotee. He's saying apani karimu bhakti bhava bhakta bhava is the supreme personality of Godhead Bhagavan, but he will have bhakta bhav angikare. I shall accept the role of a devotee and I shall teach devotional service by practicing it myself. Apani achari bhakti shikhayumu sabare. I will teach everyone by, by my own practice, my own example. In purport Prabhupada says, when one associates with a pure devotee, he becomes so elevated that he does not aspire even for sarshti, sarupya, samipya, or salokya, because he feels that such liberation is a kind of sense gratification. In Lord Kapila's teaching also he says, Diyamanam na granneta vina matsevanam yatha. That even if I am ready to give one of these four acceptable liberations, my devotee is not interested. If there is no service involved. Service is always there. Otherwise, not otherwise, we will not just look at Krishna. That is also service in one sense. Like we go for darshan here. What you do? You do nothing. You only keep watching. But that is service. Heart gets purified by contemplating on Krishna's greatness, his name, his fame, his form, his qualities, his pastime. Something will be reminded. But there will be service. But Lord Kapila says that if there is no service involved, these devotees are not interested in any of the four liberations also. आपने ना कैले धर्म शिखाना ना जाए यही तो सिद्धांत गीता भागवते गाए unless one practices devotional service himself he cannot teach it to others. This conclusion is indeed confirmed throughout the Gita and Bhagavatam. One has to practice himself, isn't it? Even for that matter, in one sense, teachers also while teaching the children, so the teacher catches his hand, the child's hand, but he himself is also drawing. Uh, that doesn't mean that he doesn't know. He knows also, and he knows so many other words and sentences, even poems and all that. But while teaching, he's also holding his hand and teaching that way. So one has to practice himself devotional service. It is very active. What is that? Krishnanu Shilanam. Anushilanam means it's a active thing, cultivation. Just like you cultivate people, what they call, uh, they have no cultivation. We call it no cultivation, fundraising, cultivation, something like that. They have a word. So cultivation means what? Not that once I met him 10 years back and I'm cultivating him. No, you have to do something about it. You have to call him up. You have to go to his house. Something you have to do. You cannot say otherwise. You met him 10 years back, afterwards, no contact at all, and you say, I'm cultivating him. No. You have to, some dynamism has to be there. Dynamic activity. So one has to practice himself bhakti, then one can teach others properly. This is what is told in Gita Bhagavad. Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dridavratah namasyantascha mam bhaktya nitya yukta upasate. Nitya yukta, always engaged. Hmm, what do you call it? Engagement has to be there. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam preetipurvam. Satata. Satata word is used so many places. So it has to be active cultivation. So Gita Bhagavad something now next is saying Yada yada hi dharmasya ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्. Whenever and wherever there is decline in the religion and irreligion becomes prominent, that time Krishna comes again and again to establish dharma. परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. Three reasons for delivering devotees, for annihilating the demons, and re-establishing the principles of dharma. He comes millennium after millennium. उत्सीदेयुरिमो लोका न कुर्यां कर्म चेदहम् शङ्करस्य च कर्ता स्याम् उपहन्याम् इमः प्रजः. This is also, I think, from Bhagavad Gita. Next two. That means this is of text 24 and 25. Earlier it was told in purport. Text 22 and 23 maybe. So this is which chapter? Should be fourth only, I think. Because there only he is telling all these things. If I did not show the proper principles of religion, all these worlds would fall into ruin. I would be the cause of unwanted population and would spoil all these living beings. So Krishna shows by his own example. The parents also, they teach by their own example. Like everywhere we can see how the people are taught. Even dancing, karate, whatever, cycling, the teacher will show by himself also. He will show, do like this you have to do. So then the person picks up very quickly. Otherwise if he just says, so you have to raise your hand and with high speed you have to bang on this floor, so he will not exactly understand how much to raise the hand. He may raise the hand, and so that will not be enough. So he has to show by how much the angle and everything. So many details are there, and what to speak even dancing also, isn't it? Okay. Now Kathak I am teaching you. So mudra one. Tarjani you touch to the index finger. So that he will teach there only, but then it has to be done like this, like that, all that. That has to be taught, isn't it, by the teacher? Otherwise, how what? Index finger you touch to the thumb. That you can touch here only, na? You can touch it like we do it our Gayatri. So you cannot do Gayatri in Kathak and Bharatnatyam. So it has to be shown, and more things are caught than taught. Just by personal example. So Krishna is saying, if I did not show the proper principles of religion, all these worlds would fall into ruin. I would be the cause of unwanted population and would spoil all these living beings. In the first chapter, Arjun had raised the concern. If all these men are killed, women will be polluted, and then Varna Sankara will be born. But here Krishna is saying, if I did not, that Arjun's point, okay, but it is not so valid, because even if these men are killed, who are adharmis anyway, but the dharmic people will be there, and these widowed women will be protected by the dharmic kshatriyas and other men. So the Varna Sankara will not be born, even if these women are widows. But Varna Sankara will be born more so through this, if Krishna does not behave properly. Now we may say, but then Krishna has some other behavior which is objectionable. That is because he is Bhagavatta. He is the supreme personality Godhead, so he is not bound within the laws of material nature. He can do anything he wants. But mostly he does things by which example would be set. And that's what he's saying in the next 3.21. Yad yad acharati shreshtas तत्तदेवेतरो जनः स यत् प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते. Whatever actions a great man performs, common people follow. And whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. So it's very important that yesterday Maharaj class you attended, he spoke elaborately. Everything he does will be uh, imitated in one sense. If the higher reason is not known, people will just imitate the action only. Just like you can see nowadays, also you can see so many people have their photos clicked through selfie and all that. They are sitting like this. So, where do they get those postures sitting like this and doing like this? Where do they get from? Others? Which others? Heroes and heroines, isn't it? Yes or not? Some Shah Rukh Khan, Amitabh Bachchan, something he will do like this. And so these people say, okay, क्या है ना ऐसे करना है लेकिन देखना इधर है. अब इधर क्यों देखना है, ये तो फोटो तो इधर निकाला जा रहा है ना. Isn't it? Normally what? Now I'm giving class. Will I look here and give class? I will not give class. But because those heroes and heroines, they give posture like this. Like this. Like this. So this girl, her photo is on this side. Why should you look this side? Because the hero and heroine is doing like that. And they are crazy fellows, the hero and heroines. They are actually heroes and heroines. But they are considered to be heroes and heroines. That is foolishness of the world. Shudras are elevated to the post of heroes and heroines, isn't it? Who are they? They are entertainers. All this film industry is what? Entertainment industry. That means what? Shudras. Shudras do all this. Kala is for Shudras generally. Brahmanas, they will be into Vedas. Patan, Patan, and this thing. Dan, Pratigra, and Yajan. This is Brahman. So Brahmanas will not be giving posture and entertainment. That is never their business. And Kshatriyas, protection. They will be doing protecting the five weaklings. And Vaishyas, Krushi, Goraksha, Vanijam. So you see, nowhere this entertainment comes for Brahman, Kshatriya, and Vaishya. It comes only for Shudra. They will be entertainers. They will be jokers in the kingdom of the king, and they will do some Hasya, Vinod, and so many dramas and all that. All these Shudras, low class Shudras, they are the heroes of the world today. All over the world. All foolishness. They are leading. And which toothpaste he uses and which clothes he uses, all the people are following that only. He is using Dig Jam, so Dig Jam is my favorite. What Dig Jam? Your life is jam anyway. After wearing Dig Jam suit, you are jam in the traffic. What's the use? People have no intelligence only. Foolishly they follow that, like goats. They say, "Na, one goat goes in one direction, all hundreds of goats will go in that direction." You don't understand that goat is a fool. Fool number one. So why should you become fool number two, fool number three, fool number four? And tattoo, what sense it makes? Hmm? What? Isn't it? That's why after 4 months or 4 years, then you feel it's bored. Everybody has seen my tattoo now. And then it's the same thing. People say, yeah, I saw your tattoo. So there's no charm there. Then you have to have that laser again, removal of the tattoo. And then the skin is ruined and all that stuff. And then you put another tattoo somewhere else. Best is tilak. This is the perfection of tattoo. In a day, 3 times, 4 times, free of charge, you yourself can put. If you don't like, immediately you can wash your face, put another one. And Lord is pleased by that. So many people are reminded of Krishna. What could be better tattoo? And if you feel one is not enough, then you put it 12, 13 places, isn't it? Don't pour the whole chandan on your body. Sare gaya makhila tilaka gaura milena. If you pour whole chandan on your body, सारे गाय माखिल तिलक, मक्खल माखिल हो गया अब. तो गौर मिले ना, ऐसे गौर नहीं मिलते, लेकिन 12 जगह पे तिलक लगाने से मिलेंगे. Once Nimai Pandit was teaching, he was the student, he was 14, 15 years old in his Pathshala school. In Gangadas Pandit's place, he was running the school eventually, where Mukunda Sanjay's house was there in the Durga Mandap, in the Mandapam outside. That place is there in Rutudweep. How many of you visited? The pen Mahaprabhu inserted in the ground, and from that tree came. That tree is still there. How many of you seen? Nobody visited. Okay, anyway. So he was teaching to the children there, So after some time passed by, one student came and he sat backside, and immediately Nimai observed. Okay, he came and sat, and then he told, "Stand up." Then he stood up. He said, "There is no tilak on your forehead. That means I see that you have not performed sandhya. Go back, perform your sandhya, apply tilak, means apply tilak, perform your sandhya, and then come and sit." This is in front of everyone. So he got up, he went, whatever that Sunday he applied tilak, and then, so you can see, if you apply tilak, it is very attractive to the Supreme Lord because it is part of the etiquette also. It is said the Vaishnava etiquettes are the ornaments in the life of a devotee which make him attractive in the eyes of the Lord. And Lord gets attracted. Krishna is all attractive. All attractive Krishna becomes all attracted to you by performing Vaishnava etiquettes, by following Vaishnava etiquettes. And one of the Vaishnava etiquettes is to apply tilak. So tilak is the best, and that is with scriptural. If you see that particular, what I told narration story now from Chaitanya Bhagavat, if you see the purport of Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur for this pastime, my God, you'll be stunned. Some 7, 8, 5, 6 pages purports where all tilak applying on the body and how it where it's glorified and how important it is and all that. We invite the Lord. Is there Omkeshwaya Nama, Narayana Nama, Madhvaya Nama. Brahma is residing here, Vishnu is residing here, and lotus feet of the Lord, and so many slokas after slokas he is quoting and telling the translations. So this is perfection. This is scientific applying thing. And tattoo is what? Most unscientific and very barbaric. And you have seen in our childhood, I have seen in the villages, village woman would have that. In Marathi, it is called Gondavani. You know, that some kind of machine would be there, and the lady will put the husband's name, Ashok. Sometimes her own name, Lakshmi. Like that. How many of you seen? In village, many have like that, and it's all done in a very not a very what you call uh, what they call artistically or what they call. Both the sides are equi symmetric. It's not symmetric and very artistic and all that like that. So these are people, village, city people are becoming like village people by putting this tattoo. Though it may look attractive, so to say, nice design, but it has meaningless many times. What, some sword will be there, some trishul will be there, but Shiva is not there, Dhamru is not there. That trishul has no meaning. Basically, that Durga Devi is trishul, I think, that is inserted in his chest also in his life, and he's showing on the hand also. All foolishness. You should ask those people. When you see tattoo people, like lovingly, you can ask. So, what does this mean? This design. That fellow will have explanation anyway. He's a full number one. So he'll have explanation also. What does it mean? And you can say then immediately, where is it told in the scriptures? That fellow will be speechless. Anyway, they better not. They say, no, don't throw pearls to swines. To pigs, if you throw pearls, they will come. This is not stool. Stool is required. Maybe this is stool, but dry stool. There's no smell coming from this. Pearls, he will think like that. He'll go to stool only. So, but people should be preached anyway. Okay. Yuga dharma pravartana haya अंश हैते अमविन अन्यतारे व्रज प्रेम दीते. My plenary portions can establish the principles of religion for each age. Other incarnations, Ram, Nrsimha, Vara, Vaman, Kurma, Matsya, etc. They can establish the principles of religion for each age. No one but me, however, can bestow the kind of loving service performed by the residents of Vraja. This nobody can do. Lord Ram cannot do, Varahadev, Dev, Kurma Avatar, nobody can do. Only Krishna can do this. Vraja Bhakti. Because when Krishna comes, he comes in Vrindavan, and Vrajavasis serve him with all love and devotion, all their hearts. That's why he has to come. Santu avatara bahava pankaj nabhasya sarvato bhadraha कृष्णाद् अन्यः को वा लतासु अपि प्रेमदो भवति. There may be many all auspicious incarnations of the personality of Godhead, but who other than Lord Krishna can bestow love of God upon the surrendered souls? This is Bilwangal Thakur's Laghu Bhagavatamrita. This is Bilwangal Thakur's writing, which Rupa Goswami has quoted in Laghu Bhagavatamrita. Bilongar Thakur did not write Laghu Bhagavatam. He wrote Krishna Karnamrita. ताहाते आपना भक्त गण करि संगे पृथ्वी ते अवतरी करि मुनाना रंगे. Therefore, in the company of my devotees, I shall appear on earth and perform various colorful pastimes. This is all Krishna thinking in Golok Vrindavan. And Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami is informing us. Eta bhavi kalikale prathama sandhyaya avatirna haila Krishna apani nadiyaya. Thinking thus, the personality of God Sri Krishna himself descended at Nadia early in the age of Kali. Prabhupada in purport says, according to the Surya Siddhanta, the Prathama Sandhya of Kali Yuga lasts 36,000 solar years. Lord Chaitanya appeared in the Prathama Sandhya after 4,586 solar years of Kali Yuga had passed. More or less, you can say 5,000, 4,500, not much. So Pratham Sandhya is only going on. That's why some devotees say, because this is Yuga Sandhya also, Dwapar Yuga just ended and Kali Yuga has begun. Kali Yuga will last for like 32,000 years. So this period is kind of like Dwapar Yuga just ended and Kali Yuga has started. So deity worship of Dwapar Yuga also continues because it's a Yuga Sandhya. So previous age Yuga Dharma and this age Yuga Dharma, it's like both are simultaneously present for this time, Yuga Sandhya. But eventually, because like let's say um, 55,000 years are over, or let's say 2 lakh years are over, or 1 lakh year is over. So then Dwapar Yuga is 1 lakh year before it was ended. So then the deity worship will not have so much predominance in Kali Yuga. You understand? Kali Yuga Yuga Dharma is Nama Sankirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. He is saying 36,000 solar years. So maybe this is the correct figure. Pratama Sandhya of Kali Yuga. So, but for some time, deity worship, okay, but then certainly in Archanam process that comes, but it won't have so much prominence over a period of time. What will be most prominent will be Nam Sankirtan. Chaitanya Simhera Navadvipe Avatara Simhagriva Simhavirya Simhera Hunkara. Thus, the lion like Lord Chaitanya has appeared in Navadvip. He has the shoulders of a lion, the powers of a lion, and the loud voice of a lion. Isn't it? Like if you show to somebody lion, yeah? So you show. So what is this? This is the neck of the lion, Simhagriva. Then what is this? This is chest of a lion. What are these? These are nails of a lion. Everything of lion only. Well, he is lion only, no? Everything in the body is lion. Say Simha Vasuka Jivera हृदय कंदरे कल्मष द्विरद नाशे यहार हुंकारे. May that lion be seated in the core of the heart of every living being. Thus, with his resounding roar, may he drive away one's elephantine vices. So, our vices, lust, like as huge as an elephant, some huge elephant, like Kuvalapid. Yesterday we were discussing that 1 lakh elephants were employed by Jarasan to capture this Kuvalapid who was in the Vindhya Parvat regions. Very powerful elephant, Kuvalapid. So 1 lakh elephants fought with this Kuvalapid and somehow subdued him, and then Jarasan got him. So how powerful that Kuvalapid. Can you imagine 1 lakh? Now imagine 1 lakh elephants come in this area. And they cannot accommodate in even this room. Here maximum I don't know how many 100 maybe. No? Because lockers are there. They'll crush the lockers. So maybe not maybe 50, 70, whatever. So imagine 1 lakh. So how powerful. So our each of our anarthas are like covalapid only. Lust is like one covalapid. Pride, covalapid, another covalapid. Anger, another covalapid. But all these, when Simha Garjana is there, when lion roars loudly, all the elephants run away. So that's what is that. Kalmasha Dvirada. Radha means teeth. Who has two teeth? Elephant. One here comes tusks. So two teeth person. One of the names of elephant is Dvirada. Like a Dvija is one of the names of birds also. The twice born. They first take birth as eggs. Secondly, when they are hatched, then the bird comes out. So even Dvija, the birds are also called as Dvija, apart from Brahmana, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas. So likewise, Dvirata. Or Padapa. What is Padapa? Pada means feet. Pa means drinks. One who drinks water through feet. Who is that? Trees. They're standing and through the legs they are drinking water. So Padapa, one of the names of trees. So like that, Sanskrit is very poetic and very nice language. So he's saying Kalmasha Dvirada, all our elephantine vices, that means bad things in our heart, Kalmashas, Nashe, they will be destroyed, not only run away, they will be destroyed. Yahara Hunkare, by whose loud roaring. Ye Simha Vasuk Jivera Rudaya Kandare. Vasuk means may he reside there. Krishnair Matir Astu, Mahaprabhu would bless others. Mm, that may you become Krishna conscious. Or Krishnair Matir Rahu. You are already Krishna conscious, continue to be Krishna conscious like that. So like that, say Simha Vasuk Jivera Rudaya Kandare. In the what you call cave of the heart of the living entities, may this lion reside. Even in the cave, when the lion roars, all the elephants outside the cave, they all run away. They know he's inside, but he's roaring. That means he may come out anytime. He may attack us. Better run away. So, in our heart, we have to establish Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then all our anarthas will run away. Pratama Lilayatara Vishwambharanam Bhaktirasa Bharila Dharila Bhutagram. In his early pastimes, he is known as Vishwambar because he floods the world with the nectar of devotion and thus saves the living beings. Who gave this name to Nimai? His maternal grandfather, whose name was Nilambar Chakravarti, the father of Mother Shachi, who was from what is that place? Agradweep. Mm, Agradweep? No, 1 minute. No, not Agradweep. Ahead of, I forgot the name, where Sanak Sanatan, the four Kumaras gave darshan to Nimbarkacharya also. What is the name? Okay, anyway. So that place is still there, the house of Nilambar Chakravarti, where Shashimata stayed. She was born and brought up. So he was the greatest, one of the very great astrologers. So he could see the Kundali. That Kundali is there. Lord Krishna's Kundali, Ram's Kundali, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Kundali. I think it is given here or some other place. So he saw the Kundali and then he understood, oh, this boy will be the maintainer for the whole universe. Vishwa Bhar. विश्वम भर, विश्व को भर देगा, भरण करेगा. विश्वम भर मीन्स विश्वम भरण. One will maintain the whole universe. So let his name be Vishwambhar, like that. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives his explanation of Vishwambhar word. Vishwambhar, मैं पूरे विश्व को भर दूंगा हरि नाम से. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Else what is the use of my name being Vishwambhar? विश्व को भरना चाहिए ना. किससे भरेंगे? हवा से. ऑलरेडी भरा हुआ है. हरि नाम से भर दूंगा मैं, तभी मेरा नाम विश्वम्भर सार्थक होगा. So this is Mahaprabhu's explanation of his own name. But anyway, that was not the explanation given by Nilambar Chakravarti. He gave the explanation, he will be the maintainer of the whole universe. So his name was Vishwambar. So in the Pratham Lila, that means childhood, Paugand, and Yavan Lila, his name will be Vishwambar. As long as he's as a boy, as a scholar, and as a grahastha. But then later on, after he takes sannyas, his name will be something else. What will be the name? Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Bhakti Rase Bharila Dharila Bhutagram. Because he floods the world with the nectar of devotion and thus saves the living beings. What is this? Dubhrun Dhatur Artha Poshana Dharana Pushila Dharila Prema Diyap Tribhuvana. The verbal root dudrun. Dubhrun, which is the root of word Vishwambhar, indicates nourishing and maintaining. He, Lord Chaitanya, nourishes and maintains the three worlds by distributing love of God. Dubhrun, like that, Dukrun is there. भज गोविंदम गोविंदम भज मूढ़मते संप्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहीं नहीं रक्षति दुक्रून करणे. That is another route. When I think in Varanasi, when Shankaracharya was going with his disciples, maybe 32 disciples, they were going, and one old man, some 90 plus, I don't remember his age, 95, 98, 99, something like that, very old fellow. His body is all emaciated, teeth are not there, vision is bleak. And he was asking another person, "Hey, what is that Dukrun root? Could you explain to me this Dukrun verse, Dukrun root?" And Shankaracharya felt pity for him. What a fool he is. He is about to die, close to death, and he is inquiring about this Dukrun root word. So that time, immediately, spontaneously from his mouth, he said this. भज गोविंदम गोविंदम भज मूढ़मते संप्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति दुकृण करणे. Samprapte, you are close to death. Samprapte sannihite kale, the death last moment is coming close. Nahi nahi rakshati, you will not be protected by this dukrun karne, this Sanskrit root word dukrun, you fool. And when he said that, another disciple was inspired, he composed another verse, stanza, then third, then fourth, fifth, sixth, like that, whatever the number. And that is what we have, this Bhaja Govindam song. First started with Shankaracharya, and all of them were inspired. Cut, 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 cut. They are all scholars. They, that song is made. A very powerful song. You might have heard or read that. Mm, That this Asha Pindam, what is that? All this Pinda, our body made up of flesh and all that. So Asha Pinda never dies. All other Pinda will kind of melt only. If not on the fine funeral pyre, it will melt. But Asha Pinda, this what you call Mans ka ye gola, Ashaon ka gola, this will continue our next existence also. Dashana, Vihina, many things are there. You can read that. If you want to become detached, how many of you want to join as brahmacharis? Read this. Um, that song, if you memorize, good, but if not, meaning is good enough. You'll become completely detached. Very powerful song. Because that fellow was so attached. That's why detachment aroused in their heart. They were already detached. To create detachment, they composed this song. शेष लीलाय धरे नाम श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य श्री कृष्ण जानाए सब विश्व कैल धन्य. In his later pastimes, he is known as Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya. He blesses the whole world by teaching about the name and fame of Lord Sri Krishna. In the purport purposes, Vaishnav sannyas was existent even before the appearance of Shankaracharya. Although those who know nothing about Vaishnav sannyas unnecessarily declare that there is no sannyas in the Vaishnav sampradaya. So he has some background because Sri Krishna Chaitanya name was given after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted sannyas. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a Vaishnava. He is Krishna only, appearing as a Vaishnava. So Vaishnava sannyas was there. So Vaishnavas would take sannyas. 500 years back, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did take sannyas. So this was old, what you call, tradition. Vaishnavas were also sannyasis. Not that only sannyas is the monopoly of Shankar Sampradaya. That is not the case. So Prabhupada is clarifying. Since his acceptance of sannyas was also designed to attract public attention, Lord Chaitanya, not wishing to disturb the social convention, took the renounced order of life from a sannyasi in the disciplic succession of Shankaracharya. Although sannyas was also sanctioned in the Vaishnava Sampradaya, which is Ishwar Puri was a sannyasi, Madhavendra Puri was also sannyasi. They were all Vaishnavas. But because in those days, that times, Shankar Sampradaya had what you call hold on the whole society, and Vaishnava Sampradaya many times eventually was famous as known as beggar's excuse. And those who are beggars, they cannot earn money, these Vaishnavas, so they become beggar like and they go around begging money as Vaishnavas. Even now also, if you go to Bengal, the local trains and all that, you'll find many people will come like that Tilak, Gaudiya Tilak, and they will be singing some songs in the train and they will beg money ultimately. So this is what was almost happening. But few Vaishnavas were powerfully practicing, like Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj and others. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur was the one who again created Renaissance and brought up the Vaishnava position. It's a very exalted position. Vaishnavas are not beggars. Not that Vaishnavism is beggars' excuse. But in those years, it was not so much adored. But Shankar Sampradaya was like highly adored. So Mahaprabhu and some others had to take sannyas in that Sampradaya. But not that Vaishnavas were not sannyasis. Vaishnava sannyas is famous. In Sannyas Sampradaya, there are 10 different names awarded to sannyasis: Tirtha, Ashrama, Vana, Aranya, Giri, Parvat, Sagar, Saraswati, Bharti, and Puri. So we hear this, Bharti. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself got from Keshav Bharti. Puri, Madhavendra Puri also took sannyas in that, that's a Puri name. Otherwise, Saraswati, Prakashanand Saraswati was a Mayavadi. Which else, which other names we hear? No, the other titles. Other we don't hear so much. Tirtha we may hear, Ananda Tirtha, isn't it? Mm. Achyut Preksha, when he gave sannyas to Madhavacharya, he gave him the name. What was the name? Purna Tirtha, I think. Purna Tirtha, na? Purna Pragya, Purna Purna Pragya, Purna Tirtha. So Tirtha was one of the known ones. Ashram, we may not know them, but these are all the 10 titles. Before one enters sannyas, he has one of the various names for a brahmachari, the assistant to a sannyasi. Sannyasis. So at the age of 8 only the children will join, or 5 also, the ashram, brahmachari ashram. And at the age of 8 or 12, they will be given sannyas. So before they take sannyas, they will be assistants to sannyasis. So they will have brahmachari name when they become brahmacharis. Before one enters sannyas, he has one of the various names for a brahmachari, the assistant to a sannyasi. Sannyasis with the titles Tirtha and Ashram generally stay at Dwarka. See, their locations are given. And their brahmachari name is Swarupa. Before they become sannyasis, Tirtha or Ashram, whatever that, before that they are called as Swarup, whatever. Like Damodar, Swarup, Swarup Damodar. Those known by the names Vana and Aranya stay at Purushottam or Jagannath Puri. So if you go in the inner recesses parts of Jagannath Puri, you'll find these Shankar Sampradaya sannyasis will have these names there. Vana and Aranya. And their brahmachari name is Prakash. Some name will be there. Anand Prakash, this Prakash, that Prakash. Those with the names Giri, Parvat, and Sagar generally stay at Badrikashram. And their brahmachari name is Ananda. Brahmananda, Purnananda, Achyutananda. All these names will be there. Ananda will there because the brahmachari. Those with the title Saraswati, Bharati, and Puri usually live at Sringeri in South India, and their brahmachari name is Chaitanya. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu humbly kept his name as a brahmachari name, Chaitanya. Similarly, Swarup Damodar also, though took sannyas, he kept his name, brahmachari name only, Swarupa. He did not accept any sannyas title. According to the regulation of the disciplic succession, one who wishes to enter the renounced order in Shankara's sect must first be trained as a brahmachari under a bona fide sannyasi. Lord Chaitanya accepted sannyas from Keshav Bharati. When he first approached Keshav Bharati, he was accepted as a brahmachari with the name Shri Krishna Chaitanya Brahmachari. After he took sannyas, he preferred to keep the name Krishna Chaitanya. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj volunteered the explanation that because a sannyasi in the Shankara Sampradaya thinks that he has become the supreme Lord Chaitanya, wanting to avoid such misconception, kept the name Sri Krishna Chaitanya, placing himself as an eternal servitor. So they say, Danda Grahana Matrena Nara Narayana Bhavet. Just by accepting Danda Grahana Matrena, just you accept Danda, you become Narayan. Then they address each other, Namo Narayanaya. Oh, my dear Narayana, please accept my humble obeisances. That kind of foolishness is there in Shankar Sampradaya. Because Shankara only gave that kind of explanation of the Vedas. Lord Chaitanya accepted the danda rod and begging pot, symbolic of the sannyas order, at the time he took sannyas. So these things were there, sannyas robes, but in name he kept brahmachari name only. लास्ट श्लोक तार युगावतार जानी गर्ग महाशय कृष्णेरा नामकरणे करियाछे निर्णय. Knowing him, Lord Chaitanya, to be the incarnation for Kali Yuga, Gargamuni, during the name ceremony of Krishna, predicted his appearance. This is about Krishna. Gargamuni gave. And some details are there. Any question? We'll continue next time. Anybody want sannyas? So much discussion. Yeah. Now also, Madhva Sampradaya also they will give sannyas because they see the boy's horoscope. So only if the sannyas yoga is there in the child's horoscope, Kundali, then only he will be given sannyas. So in the last 800 years of tradition of Madhva Sampradaya, Madhvacharya till now, Madhvacharya is the first one who was the Acharya of that line, Madhva Sampradaya. Brahma Madhva Sampradaya, not Gaudiya. Ours is Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, coming to Bengal side. Madhvendra Puri, then Ishwar Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and all Bengal. But this line, Udupi side, Brahma Madhva Sampradaya. So there for last 800 years, and so many hundreds, maybe thousands of sannyasis, only three have changed ashram till now. They became grahasthas. I asked one devotee astrologer how this happened, how three changed, because sannyas yoga was there. So he's saying because free will is there always active. So if somebody misuses the free will, even if sannyas yoga is there, if he misuses, then he may enter in grahastha ashram. So till now, only three people have entered in grahastha ashram. In last 800 years, how many sannyasis? You know the eight mathas are there. All eight mathas are predominated by sannyasis only. Around Udupi Krishna temple, eight mathas are there. Everywhere sannyasis will be worshipping. And for the Udupi Krishna, they will have paryay. Earlier it used to be after every 2 months it seems, but now they have extended to 2 years. The sannyasi is paryay Swami for 2 years. So once he is appointed, he will be worshipping Udupi Krishna. You must have seen that. He offers tulsi. He will do everything for Udupi Krishna. Very active period of his life. Then afterwards, he will be in charge for one of the 8 months. So his turn will come kind of after 16 years. Hmm. So next Paryay again. So that Vishweshwaraya Swami, he was there for how many? Several times in his life. 5 times I think. 80 years of span. In that 16, 16, 16, 16, 16. 5 times he has worshipped Udupi Krishna. So they go like that. What was your question? We went too much. So that sannyas yoga is there in the child's horoscope, then only. Otherwise, no question. Our ISKCON we don't see only. Even brahmacharya yoga is not there. All is what you call so chuhe khake billi chali haj ko. Gaurang Prabhu is saying, even if he has done all nonsense, we accept because we have full faith in the potency of bhakti as well as Harinam. Just by chanting holy name, all the like he said, na, if Lord Simha, Gaura Simha enters in the Rudaya Kandare, then he will roar loudly and Kalmasha Dvirada will Nashe, will be destroyed. So we keep full faith in the potency of the holy name and bhakti and Guru's mercy. Ours is all path of mercy only. Hmm? So we allow anyone and everyone. Everybody can be brahmachari. Aja. Recruitment paper is ready. No need for paper also. I say aja. No formality. Like for Nitya Prabhu, it is said that you don't even have to pass exam. He will write the paper and all that. And say, okay, you write the name. No, that also he will write. And he is running behind. The candidate, no. Even if it is so easy, I will not give. So he is running away. Nitya Prabhu is running. Wait. Just put one ink dot there. I will write everything else. So that also leaving in it the running away. So we don't see all this. There was a proposal that at least before sannyas we could see the kundali of that man, means that devotee. Whether because after sannyas, in case he changes, it is not good. Already we have so many cases in the past, so let us not repeat the history in ISKCON. So at least before sannyas, the kundali can be seen. That proposal was there. I don't know whether it is what they do now, but whatever. You don't worry so much about sannyas. You think of brahmachari life. That itself is 20, 30 years. Then sannyas will think. In case required, we'll sit together and we'll decide if I remain alive. Any other? What? No, women are in all phases of their life, Vedic, Manu Samhita and all that. Women should be always protected by men. In childhood, she is protected by her father, who is young man. When she becomes a young girl, then her father becomes old man. He cannot protect her. So she should be handed over to a man who is very young, who is her husband. So he will protect her. And as she grows old, husband is also old, he cannot protect. So she should be protected by young sons, grown up sons. So, like that, in all phases of life, women should be protected. Otherwise, they will be molested, they will be exploited. Not only physically they are weak, even mentally they are weak. Their mind keeps going here, there. Like children are there, like that, women are also there. So, women need protection all throughout. Otherwise, you can see in society, all exploitation is why? Because women are on the street, showing their body and going for jobs. And in the job place, some man will say, you are so beautiful, and she feels my husband never said like that, he doesn't have time and he's so nice and so much. They will be cheated like anything. Today women are most cheated like anything, most cheated species in one sense. So that's why chaste women are becoming extinct species, isn't it? Those which are exploited species, like this, I think frogs and many others, their dissection so much done, all 12th standard, 11th standard boys dissecting to understand what is that frog's body like. So one point of time they tend to become extinct because so many of them are like tigers, so many shot dead for getting their nails, tiger nails and all that. So then in one area they tend to become extinct, and then the government gets alarmed, and then no tiger killing, this is a protected forest, all kind of nonsense keeps going here and there. So now women are so exploited, so they are becoming extinct species, not in terms of number. Chastity of women, chaste women are very few in the world. They, because from childhood only, as a small girl, all her back is exposed, the frock is put in such a way, whole back is visible. Why to put a frock like that? She is such a hot girl that from the back so much of sweat comes. That is not the case. It is foolishness of the parents, who put like that shirt, pant, and all that. One of my cousin sister, she in her status they have that photo. So now latest photo is with some kind of shirt and jeans and sitting with leg and chappal in the house and all that. So I was planning to write her. She's elder sister of mine. I was planning. You look very beautiful, my dear sister, in the sari. Like that, I was planning to write there. But then afterwards, I thought better not. She will feel like, yeah, your younger brother. You have no right to correct me. She will feel little. But I was feeling, and it looks horrible actually wearing that shirt pant. I have seen her in sari because she's married woman for so many years, maybe 25, 30 years. Uh, what was the problem with the sari? Was it too cumbersome? And what do we gain by wearing shirt pant? Nothing. Only that men are wearing shirt pants. Who will also wear shirt pant? The men themselves are fool number ones. They should wear dhoti kurta. So they are following fools. These are blind fellows. These men who are wearing shirt pant, and women are following this. Anda yatandir upagiya manas. Blind following blind, all fall in a ditch. So these men will go to hell, and these women will go to deeper hell. So all foolish civilization. That's the way to preach. Prabhupada went to America and made American, European, African, Australian girls wear sari. And you can see also, foreign Matajis come, they are wearing sari. And our Matajis are wearing shirt pant, chudidar. So culture has to be revived in ISKCON also. It's getting degraded in one sense. After certain age, girls should start wearing sari. At least after marriage, to no question. No question of. I was very fortunate. I have not once. Maybe I saw. Maybe my mother. I have seen always her in sari only. Never in chudidar. No question. Even in the dream, she will not wear. Once she was wearing gown. I was surprised. I remember. But I think it was because we went to my Mausi's place. Something happened and we stayed overnight. So night time, because maybe she had to wear the same sari next day. So that time she might have asked her younger sister's gown, and she was wearing that. And I remember I was wearing the chudidar of my sister, my Mausi's daughter, because I also had to wear my shirt pant next day. So I remember that time at least I was wearing her chudidar, that at least that portion, pant type, the lower portion. So once I had worn that, because I think both of us were in that same predicament. We had to wear the same clothes because we had not carried our clothes. Something might have happened. So, but otherwise, she always saw her in sari, and I consider that, such a lady who was so chaste. And I also remember how she would eat the remnants of my father. Every time my father would eat first, she would be serving, and afterwards, whatever would remain in the plate, she would take it in her plate, and she would take all that. So, because chaste ladies are there, from them very powerful children will be born, because their mind doesn't waver here and there. So the sons will have the sanskaras by mother. The son gets the sanskaras from mother. His nature matches with mother, and girl's nature matches with the father. That's why this Anga's wife Sunita, she was the daughter of death personified. So then father's qualities came in Sunita, and Sunita's qualities came in her son. Mother's qualities come in son. So Vena was deadly child, very deadly child. Donga is a pure devotee. His son, Vena, is a demoniac fellow. While playing with the boyfriend's minister's sons, he would pick them up and throw them on the stone wall. Third, the boy would on the spot die with bloody mess. And the minister would be crying and he would be wondering, whom should I complain? Because Prince only killed my son. So that's why chaste women is a great benediction in society. Certainly, the chastity, supreme chastity, is in worshipping Krishna only. That's why in the olden days, all chaste ladies will be so devoted to Krishna. And they'll be worshipping in the inner chambers of the house. But they'll be doing puja, part, and whatever stavan they will do, Gita, Bhagavad reading. They're very Krishna conscious. That's why then powerful. Jizamata produced Shivaji Maharaj, and all that. Anyway, big subject matter. We'll end here. श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय, श्री कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत गौर भक्तवृंद की जय, हिताय गौर प्रेमानंदी. Yes, who desires very beautiful garland?